Welcome to today's Leadership Minute. So the election is upon us, and in this election, when you walk into that booth, they typically give you three choices. Are you a Republican? Are you a Democrat? Or are you an independent? And what we have found, especially in this season, this year with the election, is that how you identify yourself makes a difference in how you're perceived by other people. And honestly, I think we have totally gone overboard in ramping up these identities of Republican, Democrat, or independent, and are you a conservative or are you a liberal? And if you think about life, pre-social media and pre where we are today, there's always been those identities in politics, but that's not who you are identified as a person. For instance, in my case, when I look at identities and how do I want to be identified, for me personally, number one thing is I want to be identified as a Jesus follower. I'm a Christian. Beyond that, I am a husband and I'm a father and I am an American. And inside of that, I am an Ohioan. And inside of that, I am from Pickerington, Ohio, outside of Columbus. And beyond that, I'm a small business owner and I am an executive coach and I am a friend and I am a sports fanatic. All these things are a part of my life, and all these things are part of what identifies who I am, and the same with you. You could go through a whole list of things. But notice what I didn't bring up. I didn't bring up if I'm a Republican or a Democrat, a conservative or a liberal or an independent, because quite frankly, those things don't identify who I am. And guess what? They don't identify who you are either. You are a person. You are a human. You have a certain race. You have an ethnicity. You have different things going on in your life, and you're identified by a lot of incredible things. And for most of us, and I would say like the vast majority of us, 95% of us here in America, we wouldn't even talk about our political affiliation as our identity until way down the list. Maybe as early as number 10, probably more likely around like the 20th thing that we would talk about. So why do we make it number one today? Because everyone else says we're supposed to. Well, guess what? Leadership isn't about following the crowd. Leadership is about doing what is right. So I want to challenge you and I want to encourage you today. Identify for yourself. How do you want to be identified? What are those key things in your life that you want to be identified by? And I'm telling you straight up right now, for most of us, it is not Republican, Democrat, or independent. It is I'm an American, and I'm a business owner, and I'm a family member, and all those things. And let's cherish those things in one another. Let's focus on those things that give us commonality. Let's focus on those things that elevate and not alleviate people. Leadership is influence. Let's influence others based on who they are, based on the great things in their life, not based on politics, because quite frankly, that's not what changes life. Politicians are not going to make your life better. At the same time, politicians are not going to destroy your life. It's what you put into life and the people you do it with. I challenge you, step up, be that influence, be that leader, and watch great things happen. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Leadership Minute. God bless.